Benvenuti e bentornati in live. Come vi ho detto prima, per chi era qui su Twitch, ora siamo qua connessi per giocare a SlayThePrincess. Titolo particolare, c'è 131 achievement sto gioco. Sto guardando su Steam, 131? Com'è possibile? Quanta roba c'è? C'è scritto che dura 3-4 ore. Ma spero di aver letto bene. Dura, vero? 3-4 ore, perché è... Sì. Sì, c'è scritto 3-4 ore. Ma il gioco è progettato per essere giocato più volte, per scoprire i numerosi finali possibili, che possono estendere significativamente il tempo totale, ok. A seconda di quanti percorsi e misteri si vogliono esplorare. Ah, hai capito, quindi sì, sarebbe da più volte, ma come voi ben sapete io giochi una volta sola, più o meno. Poi vabbè, Fallout 4 che sul canale l'ho portato 5 volte, Red Dead Redemption tipo 2,5, quindi diciamo che con alcuni giochi questa regola che mi do non vale, ma con questi sì, cercheremo di fare una run buona, dai. Ci proviamo, dura 3-4 ore, quindi sono i 42, dovremo finire non prima delle 2:30. Probabilmente già sì, tra le 2 e le 2:30 comunque. Si sta avviando il gioco? Credo di sì, No, mi dice non risponde. Bene, partiamo bene. Oh, eccolo. Sì, italiano. Ok, non c'è schermo intero? Spero ci sia, perché così è un po' bruttino da vedere per voi, no? Qualsiasi orrore troverai in questi oscuri recessi, abbi il coraggio di andare fino in fondo. Non ci sono finali prematuri, non ci sono decisioni sbagliate, esistono solo nuovi inizi e punti di vista. Questa è una storia d'amore. Già quando si parte col pianoforte mi piace, lingue e sottotitoli, preferenze, sì. Schermo intero, testo mai visto, dopo le scelte, transizioni, e anche i violini. Effetto scossa, sì. Effetto parallasse, sì. Si gioca con mouse e tastiera, suppongo. Tempo di avanzamento automatico. Minchia. Accessibilità. Nel fronte, lettura assistita. Non serve nulla qua. I comandi? Capitolo 1. L'eroe e la principessa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Non c'è tempo, vero? Posso... Porca miseria, quante scelte... Porca puttana! Sono un botto di scelte! Non mi aspettavo... A parte è bellissimo che vai su e giù, si muove anche il disegno, è bellissimo, aspetta, Mi aspettavo 2-3 scelte, non 25, minchia! Capisco allora tutti gli achievement, allora... Finirà? Di cosa parli? Hai mai pensato che forse l'unica ragione per cui causerà la fine del mondo è proprio perché si trova rinchiusa? Uccidere una principessa sembra un'azione malvagia, non trovi? Non può farlo qualcun altro. Scordatelo, non intendo farlo. Hai considerato il fatto che a me potrebbe andare bene che il mondo finisca? Riceverò una qualche ricompensa per il mio aiuto? Ah, ok, grazie. Mi dici cosa fare? Grandioso! Ho sempre voluto uccidere una monarca. Viva la rivoluzione! Prosegui in silenzio verso la capanna. Voltati.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Va bene, d'accordo, se proprio insisti. Allontanarsi in silenzio in direzione opposta dalla capanna. In realtà, a me sta bene che il mondo finisca. Sarà l'alba di una nuova era senza di noi. Penso che andrò nella direzione opposta. Ciò che conta è dove non sto andando. Parlo della capanna. Lì non ci vado. No. Menti, sì, so esattamente dove sto andando. E va bene, raggiungerò la capanna e parlerò con la principessa. Forse l'ammazzerò, forse no. Si vedrà. Mi sa che una one shot non basta, perché questo gioco mi sa che va davvero giocato più volte. Molte volte. Merda. Va bene, mi sa che lo faremo. Vedo un attimo. Io voglio vedere. Allora, sicuramente se tu te ne vai e basta, il gioco finisce subito, no? Quindi già ci togliamo una parte di cose. Quindi allontanati in silenzio dalla parte opposta della capanna. E finisce il gioco.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Esatto.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Il mondo finisce. Ah.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Che stronzo! D'accordo. Mi volto di nuovo. E mi allontano di nuovo.
Wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Sbagliato tasto. Non mi interessa, non intendo uccidere la principessa. Meglio magari questi tutti meritano di morire. Così impareranno a gettarmi in mezzo a un bosco e chiedermi di uccidere qualcuno per conto loro. Come non funziona il ricatto emotivo. Prosegui in silenzio lungo il sentiero.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Quindi non posso oppormi? Devo entrare per forza dentro quella capanna? E va bene. Ah sì? Allora vuol dire che andrò in un'altra direzione di nuovo, anzi, camminerò in mezzo alla vegetazione finché non troverò un modo per allontanarmi da questo posto.
Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, but as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin.
Boia.
And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, What's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Sì.
You us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on
Capito due le
a
strane.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Però c'è scritto capitolo 2. Ho un terribile déjà vu. Aspetta, ma non è già successo? Ecco, no. No, ma non stai scherzando? L'ultima volta ha davvero causato la fine del mondo, vero? Cosa diavolo è? Oh, bastardo! Ora sei nei guai, conosco i tuoi trucchi. Ma sono morto, il mondo intero è stato distrutto. Cosa ci faccio qui? Quelle mura non erano qui, l'ultima volta. Non puoi obbligarmi ad andare alla capanna. Sì, d'accordo, andrò alla capanna e ammazzerò la principessa.
Terrible sense of déjà vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Sì, ho capito. Vado alla capanna.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Voce del bastian contrario, eh?
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Sì.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Vabbè, no.
Look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there
Non ho letto, vaffanculo, non mi aspettavo il coso.
The blade sitting on the table and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Perché dovresti mentire su una cosa simile? Che senso ha? Voglio anche vedermi. Voglio vedere quanto sono affascinante. Non importa, resta in silenzio, avvicinati allo specchio. Avvicinati allo specchio.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Pulisci lo
Reach
specchio.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Ma abbiamo un braccio da mostro, non so se... Prendiamo la lama
Take the blade
comunque.
from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Continua a rimarcarlo troppo spesso.
Fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice. You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
In realtà non vorrei uccidere la principessa, io punterei su finire il gioco non uccidendola, se si può. Quindi proviamo a lanciare fuori là.
Yes, do it.
È bellissimo.
You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
Già.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Entra nella cantina.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
C'ha una voce un po'.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There's plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Usa la scalinata dura a sinistra. Usa la scalinata morbida a destra.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. So you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Bene.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Salve.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Guarda che gli occhietti. Che fa? Piange?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Scusa, non mi ero accorto di essere qui. Come ti chiami? Scendere qua giù è stato strano. È come se non avessi fatto... come se mi avessi fatto a pezzi e poi avessero rimesso di nuovo insieme. Sai cosa mi è successo? Per quanto ne so, sei rinchiusa qua giù per un motivo. Sai perché sei qui? A quanto pare rappresenti una minaccia per il mondo. Sono stato mandato qui per ammazzarti. Come ti chiami?
Princess.
Solo?
You can call me Princess if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Ora ci sono diverse versioni di te. Scendere qua giù è stato strano, ok? Ti tirerò fuori di qui. Prova a liberarla, non so cosa sia. Non so cosa tu sia. Ma non posso fidarmi di te. Non posso fidarmi di niente qui dentro. Questi sono tre assieme. Lascia la cantina. Rimpiange il momento in cui hai lasciato la lama fuori dalla finestra. Sai perché sei qui?
If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here.
No,
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up, I will devour you.
Benissimo.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Cosa faresti se ti facessi uscire da
I think I
qui?
can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
You either trust me or you believe that I'm dangerous. What I say won't change how you already feel about me. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer.
Già,
At least
ha
aside
ragione.
from this blood and destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
È irritante.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. Find it suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to crash.
Madonna, non ho capito. Aspetta. Di colpo ti ritrovi la rama fra le mani. La usi per colpire le sue catene mentre resti di sopra e la ammazzi e la lasci a patire da sola per l'eternità, tutto contemporaneamente. Cosa?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this...
Oddio.
We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Si sta mischiando, sta diventando
No, I don't,
un'unica...
because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Esatto, è vero.
Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others
They just don't fit. They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Sì.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Andrà tutto bene. Merda. Cos'è? Quando tutto è possibile, niente lo è. Illusione della scelta. Ma non sai, se hai avuto la possibilità di sentire la tua risposta, è svanita. È rimpiazzata da qualcos'altro.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Aspetta, 1, 2, 3, 4. Passiamo un po' rispetto alle voci. Non so dove sia andata e non saprei neanche dove cominciare a cercarla. Il narratore è sparito. Sento che dovrei guardare dietro lo specchio.
There's something dreadful about it. No. Don't do that.
Il narratore è sparito.
Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, what the hell are we supposed to do? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Non avevi mai avuto paura
It's
dello
different
specchio?
now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Ti avvicini allo specchio. Guarda il tuo riflesso. Il silenzio alleggia mentre avanzi. Loro non ci sono più, ma lo specchio rimane. E ora che tu veda cosa si cela al suo interno, sei tu. Sei solo un luogo vuoto. In un luogo vuoto, scusa. Qui regna la quiete. Procedi verso la capanna. Ti trovi alla capanna. Avvicinati.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Il dono di un fragile ricettacolo.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walk. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Tu cosa
I
sei?
am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Cosa sei tu? Io non so cosa sono.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Questa è la fine
How
del
can the
mondo.
world have ended if we are talking?
Tu conosci il
You are
narratore?
the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Sei tu che mi ha mandato ad ammazzare la principessa? Sei tu. La cosa che mi ha intrappolato qui.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Conosci i mondi oltre questo
I know
luogo?
only that they are.
Non ci
You are
conosciamo.
familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Tu sei la
She
principessa?
is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Lasciala
I'm
andare.
sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Cosa succederà ora?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Portami altre prospettive, così che io possa essere completa. E forse allora conosceremo la verità. Quanto dimenticherò?
Everything, until we meet again.
Quanti altri pezzi di te devo trovare?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
E se non te lo lasciassi fare?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Sono stato mandato per ammazzare la principessa. Perché non distruggere il mondo? Perché non distruggesse il mondo? Se io ti aiutassi, proveresti anche tu a distruggerlo.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Stai tergiversando, cosa
How can I
farai?
know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Non hai paura che io trovi un modo per ucciderti?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Non voglio tornare
If you need
indietro.
time, then I'll wait with you.
Aspetta per
You
sempre.
are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you leave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Ah, si è chiuso il gioco. Non credo sia crashato, Non credo proprio per niente che sia crashato. Ora lo riapriamo e ci sarà sicuramente qualcosa di diverso. Vero? Ne sono abbastanza sicuro di questa cosa, sinceramente. Non si apre più? Non si può più aprire per l'eternità? Ok, sei tu è quello più facile da trovare di tutti. Illusione della scelta. Solo metà l'hanno trovato, Vediamo un po'. Cosa cambia adesso? Sono molto curioso, sinceramente. Ci sarà continua, suppongo. Però strano che non ci sia un achievement per questo. E il fatto che sia crashato mi sembra strano. Non credo che sia crashato così a caso,
I left your side.
Sono curioso di sapere se cambia la frase, se uno magari non ci gioca più per qualche giorno, tu torni e ti dice una frase diversa, non ti dice pochi istanti, ma ti dice per diversi giorni, per così magari. Chi lo sa? Sarebbe molto figo da sapere. Comunque sì, mi ha dato l'achievement. Io non ho mai abbandonato il tuo fianco. Va bene. Lei mi chiede di dirti di ricordarla. Non succederà. Cala al buio e muori. Capitolo 1. L'eroe e la principessa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Nota bene. Puoi saltare un dialogo a cui hai già assistito premendo il tasto Tab sulla tastiera o R1 sul controller. Ok, mi toglie automaticamente quelli che ho già fatto. Perché non c'è prosegui in direzione opposta adesso. Quindi quelli che ho già fatto me li leva. Beh, questo è molto comodo, ti impedisce di fare casini, in realtà. Quindi... Beh, allora, a quanto ho capito quelli esplora alla fine sono fattibili tutti. Riceverò qualche ricompensa?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Sembra un'azione malvagia, non trovi?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Hai mai pensato che forse l'unica ragione per cui COSA alla fine del mondo è proprio perché si trova
While I
rinchiusa?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Non può farlo qualcun altro?
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Se non mi dici perché è pericolosa, io non la uccido.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Hai qualche prova a sostegno di ciò che
You're
affermi?
already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Hai considerato il fatto che a me potrebbe andare bene che il mondo
Of course I
finisca?
haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
Sai dirmi quale sarà la ricompensa?
But I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
E le parlerò. Se la troverò cattiva, come dici, allora forse la ammazzerò. Ma non voglio fare promesse finché non avrò avuto modo di incontrarla. Sì, poi gli diciamo quello.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Non c'è la voce del Bastian contrario stavolta.
The interior
Siamo
of the
da
cabin is
soli.
almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty,
Oh.
and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
È disegnato molto meglio ora sul tavolo. È molto più in prospettiva, non c'è lo specchio, è tutto più dettagliato.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Sono qui per ucciderci, credo. Voglio essere gentile. Sono qui solo per una visita.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. Non l'ho ancora deciso. Sono qui solo per parlare, fatti coraggio e avanza. Cosa? Assolutamente no. Come puoi pensare una cosa? Va bene, sì. Mi hai scoperto, sono qui per ammazzarti. Sono qui... Non l'ho ancora
How
deciso.
about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Ignorando il buon senso.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Già, è abbastanza strano. Sono qui perché a quanto pare causerà la fine del mondo. Come ti chiami?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Ci stai provando con me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Giusto. Là fuori ci sono delle persone che pensano che causerà la fine del mondo. Da quanto tempo sei qua giù?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Sta zitto, voglio sentirla. Chiediamogli se sa perché prima e poi gli diciamo eventualmente il perché. Sai perché?
Do you?
Bella risposta. So cosa mi è stato detto, il fatto che ci creda o meno è una questione totalmente diversa.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Là fuori ci sono persone.
Don't just tell her that.
Oh Dio.
Is that
Già-
why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Svia. Cosa faresti se ti facessi uscire da qui? Mi è stato detto abbastanza. Speravo che potessi dirmelo tu. No. Ma sono sicuro che abbiamo dei buoni motivi. No, in tutta onestà sono più propenso a credere a te che a loro. Cosa faresti?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I
Sì,
don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
soggiogante per giunta. Ah, iniziano ad arrivare dettagli. Come faccio a farti uscire da qui?
Can't, don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Ci si vuole tagliare il braccio?
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
E no, è che non mi ha dato altre scelte, e sinceramente, in realtà vorrei parlare
While you're
ancora.
here.
Ammazza la principessa, ti tirerò fuori qui. Esamino le catene. Ti lascerò qua giù, almeno per un po'. Possiamo conoscerci meglio, mentre decido cosa fare.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Lei mi sembra abbastanza contrariata.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Rosso.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Va bene.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
La richiuderò nella cantina. Va bene. Vediamo di farti uscire.
Oh, for the love of...
Mi piace fare incazzare il narratore, è bellissimo.
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Da controllare sopra, magari la chiave è ancora lì da qualche parte. In caso contrario, forse posso trovare qualcosa per liberarti. Se non c'è la chiave, hai altre idee a parte farti tagliare il braccio? Vado a controllare.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave.
Sì, va bene.
You
Mi
make your way
spiace.
back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Già, a quanto pare sì.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Che stronzi! No! 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. No, aspetta, a parte che così non li stiamo contando perché... il
Bring the
primo.
blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Bastardo.
Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you.
Non ho fatto nulla.
Doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
No!
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
Un colpo devastante!
You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
Traduzione?
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Capitolo 2. La torre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay her.
Sono morto, cosa ci
But
faccio?
you're not dead. If he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can... What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Voce dell'affranto.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Temo che stia dicendo la verità e tutto questo sia già accaduto per davvero. Perché dovrei starti a sentire? Perché dovrei
Those are
provarci?
two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking
più per il
that, it
culo.
sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you. Just be quick about it.
Tutto quello che ha fatto l'ultima volta è stato picchiarmi a morte. Come può una persona simile causare la fine del mondo? L'ultima volta avevi detto che era solo una principessa, come possibile allora che abbia potuto uccidermi a mani nude?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine. Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Pessimismo.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Chi l'ha rinchiusa in quella casa? E che posto è quello?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Esatto, perché se l'hanno imprigionata allora?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all.
Già. Sei evasivo.
Everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from... A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Questa volta non prendiamo il coltello, così non possiamo liberarla neanche in quel modo. Siamo costretti. La Madonna.
Is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Non ho detto nulla dello
That's because
specchio.
there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Certo.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Certo.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
A me importa capire. Non mi mentono. C'è uno specchio.
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Pulisci lo
You
specchio.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Entra nella cantina.
Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of... It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. So if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Anche se il narratore cerca di ostacolarci parecchio, Prosegui giù per le scale.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
Siamo davvero così piccoli.
Comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. and more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Neil.
No?
But the words
Okay,
don't leave
sì.
your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Ok.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Oh no. È colpa nostra se distruggerà il
That
mondo.
gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her, and if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Io non mi fido.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable.
Già.
Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now.
Sì.
If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Cosa vorresti che facessi? Cosa hai in mente? Solo perché sei destinata a causare la fine del mondo non vuol dire che tu debba farlo davvero. Puoi essere tutto ciò che desideri. Prima che io prenda una qualsiasi decisione ho delle domande per te. Cosa ti è successo dopo la mia morte? Sono al tuo servizio. Concediti a lei. Avrei delle domande.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet. This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Cosa hai in mente?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Se sei davvero così potente, non puoi rompere le catene da sola.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you,
Being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Adesso solo quella.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
Come?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you?
Parla del
That's
narratore.
impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
L'urlo ha fatto un po' male.
My little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Dove è finita? È finita, mi spiace. Queste le catene. E se non ci credessi? Cosa succederebbe in quel caso?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart. It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please, don't do this. There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back. Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave. Nothing, and then everything.
Giura fedeltà a chi ti è superiore. Ma non afferri la sua mano. E mai lo farai. È l'ora di andare. I ricordi riaffiorano.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Andrà tutto bene, promesso. Siamo già stati qui. E ti sei spaventato ogni volta. Questa paura è comprensibile, non per tutti sarà la fine.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
Non per tutti alla fine, non per te.
What is that supposed to mean?
Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. This is what we all deserve.
Avvicinati allo specchio. Ti avvicini allo specchio. Guarda il tuo riflesso. Il silenzio aleggia mentre avanzi. Le voci sono sparite di nuovo. Lo specchio le fa sempre sparire. Se tu devi vedere cosa si cela al suo interno. Sei cresciuto. Cioè? Ah sì. Quella là è la nostra faccia. Quegli occhi lì. Bene. Sei cresciuto. Ancora una volta. Trovi della lunga quiete. Procedi verso la capanna. Ti trovi alla capanna. Avvicinati. Oh.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Ma come eri prima? Sei lo stesso essere di prima? Quanto sei cambiata? Che sensazione si prova ad essere a cambiare così? Quando tutto questo finirà, sai cosa vuoi fare? Lo sai che alla fine di tutto questo, quando avrai finito, io ti ucciderò, vero? Quando torno indietro è come se un muro invisibile mi si chiudesse intorno. Perché non posso fare le stesse cose che ho fatto prima? Sei stata più gentile con me di chiunque altro io abbia incontrato, grazie. Perché? Cosa vuoi che ti porti la prossima volta? Cosa pensi di questo ricettacolo? Madonna, quante scelte ci sono? Partiamo dalla prima.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Puoi darmi almeno una risposta chiara?
Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Che sensazione si prova a cambiare?
Close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Quando tutto questo finirà, cosa vorrai
With every
fare?
gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Quando tornerò indietro, è come se un muro invisibile mi si chiudesse intorno. Perché non posso fare le stesse cose che ho fatto prima?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Perché?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart.
Credo che, a parte che credo che lo facciano tutti, perché ovviamente tutti sono bastian contrari ai giocatori, quindi alla fine il percorso che tutti seguono come primissima volta è sicuramente quello di andarsene via, provare ad andarsene, e ti sblocca quella situazione alla fine che hanno sbloccato praticamente tutti, che invece deve essere tipo probabilmente una cosa un po' segreta che ti permette di vedere in realtà già tutto. Questi ricettacoli che noi gli stiamo portando ogni volta è diverso, no? Il primo che gli abbiamo portato è quello della principessa, diciamo tra virgolette gentile, non triste, comunque gentile, tranquilla. Il secondo è quello con la voce tutta rossa, no? Con le scritte tutte rosse, che quello appunto, come ha detto anche lei, il predominio. Quindi ce n'è altri 4 da portargli. Erano 6, no? Le fratture della principessa, o no? No, erano 4. 2 e lei al centro. Quindi forse sono 5 totalmente i ricettacoli. E una volta trovati tutti, lei tornerà ad essere se stessa completa. E scopriremo magari finalmente un po' di verità. Chi lo sa? Sono curioso.
Mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Io non voglio farti del male, ma temo che con ogni mio ritorno farò peggiorare le cose sempre di più. Cosa provi nei miei confronti? Questi ricettacoli che ti sto portando, ho fatto loro del male. Però quanti altri devo portartene?
To be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Attacca l'entità. Distruggi il tuo corpo. Cosa vuoi che ti porta la prossima volta?
Someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Cose sbagliate, ogni prospettiva illumina le mie ombre e offre nuovi segreti. Dunque non hai preferenze riguardo a come vorresti cambiare o crescere?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
No, non posso chiedere cosa prova.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Sono
I
pronto
will
per
long
tornare
for your
indietro.
return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Cala il buio e muori. Portalo alla torre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to
Questo lo sa? Sì. Avevo pensato che forse l'unica ragione questo l'abbiamo già fatto. Considerato il fatto, queste già le abbiamo fatte tutte. Ok, grazie che... Ora facciamo in silenzio. Non
You
parliamo.
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find that we're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Com'è questa volta?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your
Entriamo senza arma. In questa specifica.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. Her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Sono qui per salvarti, menti, sono qui per salvarti. Sono
How
qui
many
per
times do I
salvarti.
have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before...
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. But she's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Andiamo diretti.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Se non ce la chiave hai
Maybe
altre
there's
idee.
some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Già.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock. Is someone else here? You try the door. Your shouts and pleas are met. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Signora.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's... Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
c'è solo quello. Bellissimo, salva la principessa.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body Wait, this isn't fair. You can't watch me.
What are you doing?
No.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Ammazza. Vedi? Che uno rischia di perderselo. Dai, resisti.
Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your...
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Capitolo 2. La donzella.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Hanno già successo con... No. Sono morto.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Se desideriamo salvare la nostra amata, dovremmo agire subdolamente.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Pure il narratore, esatto, se vuoi salvare la principessa dovrai cellare le tue intenzioni in modo...
So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Sei proprio il tipo di persona che sacrificherebbe il mondo intero per un bacetto sulla
What can I
guancia.
say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Mettiamo che stai dicendo la verità, tutto questo procedi verso la capanna.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will... We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Entra nella capanna.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Una piuma. Entra.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Anche senza tutta questa adulazione
Yes, for
esagerata.
everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this. We damned the whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Cosa è successo? Morte. Devo chiedertelo. Hai causato la fine del mondo dopo avermi ucciso. Mi dispiace per ciò che è successo l'ultima volta. Il narratore aveva preso il controllo del mio corpo.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Cosa è successo dopo la mia morte?
And now we're talking.
E ora stiamo parlando. Mi hai fatto male perché?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, non voglio.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Non ho il
I'm okay
coltello.
with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let me
Cosa vuoi
guess.
fare?
End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Dovrei.
I
Vuoi
just
volere
want to make you
qualcosa?
happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I just want to make you
Madonna,
happy.
gli occhi.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't.
Dovrebbe volere qualcosa di diverso da rendermi felice. Ma hai bisogno di qualcosa di tuo. Ci siamo appena incontrati, non puoi basare la tua intera felicità su di me. Voglio che tu mi renda felice. Ma cosa ti
I just want to
renderebbe
make you
felice?
happy.
Madonna, si sta distruggendo.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Ok, c'è qualcosa che non va, è evidente. E ho molta paura. E se non facessimo niente? Se restessimo qui e basta. Nessuno si farebbe male e noi troveremo un modo per essere felici insieme. Dovrai pur volere qualcosa di diverso da rendermi felice.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
E vissero per
Right,
sempre
we're the
felici e
only ones here.
contenti. Eccoci. Non è il tempo di fare altre domande. E mai l'avrai. È ora di andare. I ricordi riaffiorano.
No, she was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad, like looking into it right now. Yes.
Shh. Avvicinati allo specchio. Ti avvicini allo
Oh, I
specchio.
don't like that silence.
Mentre ti avvicini le voci si fanno piccole, distanti. Guarda il tuo riflesso. Il silenzio aleggia mentre avanzi. Le voci sono sparite di nuovo. Lo specchio le fa sempre sparire. Ma tu devi vedere cosa si cela al suo interno. Il dodecaneso, sei avvizzito. Ancora una volta ti trovi nella lunga quiete. Ti trovi alla capanna. Avvicinati.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Tu non puoi essere una contraddizione non può esistere. Come fai a sopportare il fatto di essere una contraddizione? Non importa quante volte torno indietro, uno di noi fa sempre del male all'altro. Non ti cambia questa cosa, non ti rende peggiore. Cosa pensi di questo ricettacolo? Ho ancora intenzione di ucciderti quando avremo finito. Tu sai cosa succede ai mondi che ci lasciano alle spalle? Hai capito cosa vorrei quando avremo finito? Ancora non ti importa di quanto ti porterò la prossima volta? Partiamo dall'inizio. Come fai a sopportare il fatto di
As
essere una
easily as you
contraddizione?
can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Tu sai cosa succede ai
My
mondi che ci lasciamo alle
perspectives
spalle?
are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Cosa Cosa pensi di questo
This one
ricettacolo?
is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart.
Sarà un cuore malleabile.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Non importa quante volte torni indietro. Uno di noi fa sempre male
It
all'altro.
changes me, but it doesn't make me
Mi
worse.
cambia, non è vero?
Nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion. I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Hai capito cosa vorrei quando
The
avremo finito?
desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Dunque non hai preferenze riguardo a come vorresti cambiare o
The
crescere.
tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Sono pronto.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Portare la donzella decostrutta.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here.
Ok, grazie.
Don't
Dici
mention
cosa
it.
fare?
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Vediamo un po' se è diversa, se c'è qualche cambiamento.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade is your implement. You take the blade. The door to the basement, her voice carries.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, You'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Lottiamo da fare questo, vediamo cosa le succede, cosa porta.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Capitolo 2. L'avversario.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
L'ho già uccisa.
I that you didn't slay her, and that she... If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Va bene.
She will lie. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat and... Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Ok, facciamo veloce. E ora sarà diversa, immagino, la capanna, vero?
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The blade is your You walk. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you... But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the...
Andiamo. Voglio vedere cosa cambia stavolta.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. Her fierce voice
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Allora ti ricordi di me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking. All right. Fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. But that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
No, ho sbagliato. Niente, solo perché ti dà fastidio la mia apatia. Ok, menti. Già, tutto quello che hai detto è vero. Non preoccuparti, farò il lavoro impeccabile. Resta in
I'm going to take that
silenzio.
silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost importance.
Sembri diverso.
You look exactly the same.
Sto dicendo che non sono qui per combattere. Penso che prima abbiamo alcune cose a cui disquisire insieme.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Non so cosa ti stia succedendo, il nostro ultimo incontro, ma non intendo combattere contro un'enorme demonessa. Saluti. Facciamo che vogliamo riparare.
Free her? You want? I don't know why I'm even
Who says I want to be free?
Io? Chiunque?
Are you
resta in
really
silenzio.
just gonna not say anything to that? If she doesn't want to leave, doesn't this whole situation just work out for everyone?
There's nothing out there for me. The only thing I care about is right here. All I want is to keep knowing what it feels like to kill you and be killed by you. I want to feel that knife split me open. I want to feel your bones snap beneath my fists.
I think I'll just let the princess speak for herself here. Leaving her in the basement isn't an answer. You have to make... And there's only one choice worth making. Fight her. I'm
Voglio
sorry,
tentare.
did I hear that? Did you just say you're going to try and... She doesn't even want to be free. Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implications of letting her out, how do... I mean, we have a weapon, right? We could always just cut her out, yeah? While she's trying to kill you. Yeah, why not? And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here? Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a no.
Prova.
It's not.
Faremo così. Libera la
Actually, no,
principessa.
you're not. I have a responsibility to the world here. Until you come up with any other idea, your body remains standing rigidly and... What do you think you're doing? You can't just order our body around like it's some sort of doll. Watch me. Your left arm lifts towards the ceiling and your hand twists into an obscene gesture. See? I can make you do. What? So what? You barely managed to lift our arm.
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you moving so weird?
The princess, taking
Ci fa il dito medio,
her
guys.
own rude gesture in return. Hey, you, decision maker. I want us to fight her as much as he wants us to kill her, but this is boorish. Just ignore him. If you want to try and free her, You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Finally! I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
As you slash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears. It's a devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
That's it, huh? You've gotten really soft.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Really? In just one blow? Yes. Oh, come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead, you're just flipping the table over. It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over.
No, perché stiamo ancora parlando.
Fine, this whole thing's a frustrating mess anyways. We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time.
Capitolo 3. La cruna del lago. Siamo arrivati al capitolo 3.
If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there. You're strong, but you're bullheaded. This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle. She's stronger than us, but we can use that to our advantage. I hate puzzles. I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind? Same thing as last time, only we'll be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens. Are you insane?
Okay.
Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Già.
Enlighten me.
Certo.
I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. So where does that leave us? It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her. And the only way to do that is to slay her. Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there, I'm your man. Welcome aboard. And if things go bad once we get her out of the cabin, well, at least you'll be able to get the fight you wanted. The rest of you had better keep those two in check. They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
Ho chiuso qui, ciao. No. Guarda come vada. Sembra che tutte le risposte che cerchiamo siano dentro quella capanna. Tanto vale arrivare fino in fondo alla questione, procedi verso la capanna. E se non volessi, se non fossi ancora col piano e preferissi tornare un altro approccio? Io vado in silenzio.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to... No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. There'll be time for that later. For now, you know what you have to do.
Entra.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar, jutting at the blade is your implement. But there's nowhere to go in here. This is just a hallway with a mirror at the end of it. A mirror? But there isn't a mirror here. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. Does he really? Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door. It is a door. And before you ask, no, it's not a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. Who cares what it is? It's in our way, we should smash it. Take it. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. This really is just like last time. Can you really not see the mirror? Or is pretending it doesn't exist another one of your rules? There isn't a mirror. A rule to say that there isn't a mirror when there's clearly one right there? Because if it is, it's not a very good one. I'm inclined to agree, but we don't know how things work here, do we? Just smash it already. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim. Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
She hasn't changed as much as she did the time before. She still wants a fight, which means we still know her. We can use that to our advantage.
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
This is getting us nowhere. Agreed. We'll have to go down there.
Va bene, andiamo giù.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil.
Tranquillo, non ci perdiamo qua
You
sotto.
turn
Eccola.
to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face droops.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke? Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
Good. You don't even have to goad her. She's doing it all herself. Let her break those chains and then run. Lead her out of here. She'll chase us without a second. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't. Tough shit. We're the ones in control here. It's not the... Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be yanked around against your will, does it? Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
We're planning on it.
Già.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You sure we don't want a weapon? We don't have time. We just have to get her outside. That's what you're making a mistake.
No. È troppo tardi. Fuggi verso la porta.
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it were stuck. Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing, just barrel through. No!
Già.
Your skin
Liberala.
hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You bastard. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. So, this is what the end looks like.
What is this place? Where are we? This doesn't feel right.
Non capisci? Qualsiasi cosa credevi di conoscere là sotto era una bugia. Qualsiasi cosa troveremo qua fuori la verità. È l'unico modo per essere veramente liberi.
Free? This is just... What is this? This is just another place. I don't care about places. I only care about you. Is this what you wanted? For me to see this? Fine then. I've seen it. Are you happy? Are you finally going to come back to me? Are we finally going to fight?
She readies her powerful legs to charge you, but then she slumps.
But I don't feel like fighting anymore. I'm cold. It feels like this is where I'm supposed to be, like stepping out of that door was some driving purpose I've long forgotten. But I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. It's cold.
Libera chi non vuole essere liberata. Non hai il tempo di rispondere e mai l'avrai. È l'ora di andare. I ricordi
There's
riaffiorano.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Avvicinati allo specchio e basta. Ti avvicini allo specchio.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Sembra
You're right.
definitivo. Hai ragione.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Qualcosa di forte mi trattiene. La paura.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Mentre ti avvicini, le voci si fanno piccole, distanti. Guarda il tuo riflesso. Il silenzio alleggia mentre avvicini. Le voci sono sparite di nuovo. Lo specchio le fa sempre sparire. E tu devi vedere cosa si cela al suo interno. I resti. Sei disfatto. Ancora una volta ti trovi nella lunga quiete. Procedi verso la capanna. Ancora là. Avvicinati.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Pensi che niente lo sia. Pensi che noi siamo reali.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Quando mi rimandi indietro, non sono solo, ci sono delle voci che mi parlano, alcune sono me, ma una di loro è qualcos'altro, lo chiamano il narratore. Vuole che io ti uccida. Tu ce l'hai un narratore? I ricettacoli ne hanno mai avuto uno.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Sì. Non so come farò quando lo troverò. Non so perché, ma lo so per certo. E quando lo troverò io e te avremo finalmente delle risposte. E quando lo troverò lo ucciderò. Però te...
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Sai cosa succederà quando ti risveglierai?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Cosa pensi di
This
questo
one
ricettacolo?
remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost. There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Sei tu che io sapremo finalmente
I
cosa
will
siamo.
be here,
E sarò
waiting for
qui ad
you.
aspettarti.
You're on a path. You're here.
Grandioso. Ho sempre voluto uccidere una
The
donna.
spirit. You make your way up the short path to the
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a prince. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he... The interior of the blade is... You take the blade. The door to the... Her voice carried.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you...
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. Doubt, unfortunately,
Questo però è già
clouds your
successo.
thoughts as you attempt a moment of distraction and hesitation. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike, your blade.
Eh sì, questo è già successo. C'è da provare il resto. Questo qui è l'unica cosa che possiamo fare.
Are you serious? It's a good
Sì.
idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Vaffanculo.
Just
migliora e
ignore
dormi.
her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course.
Sì.
But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps
Wait.
closer, one
Piano.
silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Capitolo 2. L'incubo.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Vai diretto.
it doesn't matter. Don't trust
Il paranoico.
anyone.
Entra.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out.
C'è sempre lo
What are you
specchio.
talking? You reach. Did he make it go away?
Come al solito non funziona. Entriamo senza coltello.
I don't think she's going to take an hold.
Ooh
You
la.
cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and her cruel and playful voice prance.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back. She must have you confused with someone else.
Certo.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Non ci serve un piano, uccidere e basta. Il signor Novatore sembra pensare che io possa farci. Fai un passo nel vuoto.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Nerves.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
Lungs. Liver. She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Liver. Nerves. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
Cosa serve io qua? Che cosa vuoi da me? Sono stato mandato qui per evento, sei pazzo, lo sai questo, vero? Se vuoi che collaboriamo potresti almeno smettere di mandarmi fuori usi gli organi? Non dobbiamo essere nemici, possiamo collaborare, essere amici persino.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. What? No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
Lungs. No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and, do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use, but we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Sale sulle scale e segui la principessa.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? But that doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't.
Liver.
Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement. Never to be... Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do. The doorknob twists in your hand,
Libera le tue paure.
revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone. Nerves.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
La principessa esausta si lascia cadere al suolo.
So cold.
Non hai tempo di rispondere e mai l'avrai. È ora di andare. I ricordi riaffiorano.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror.
Ti avvicini allo
This
specchio.
doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's calling us.
Già.
And not in a good way.
Sta chiamando. E non in senso positivo. Non sai niente. Ma ciò non può essere. Non puoi essere niente. Rimetti a fuoco lo sguardo e infine la vedi. Una figura, indistinta e celata nell'ombra, appena oltre il tuo riflesso.
I
Tu
think
sei
you
me,
know what I am.
il narratore. Si crea una crepa al centro dello specchio che divide l'immagine in due. Poi se ne crea un'altra e un'altra e un'altra ancora, finché lo specchio non si riduce in una miriade di frammenti di vetro irregolari. Mi chiedevo se ti avrei mai visto prima o poi. Cosa sei? Sei simile a me. Se non sei me, allora cosa sei? Oh, così tante domande da farti. Provi dolore quando tutti i tuoi pezzi si fanno. Se no in fondo cosa che c'è? Distruggi lo specchio. Rompi lo specchio senza fare domande. Non hai bisogno di risposte da ciò che vive nello specchio. Sai già cosa sei. Tu sei la lunga quiete, una divinità immensa ed emergente. Ed è finalmente giunto il momento che ti risvegli. Tu sei tutto questo. Procedi verso la capanna. Un'ultima volta. Terra dell'incubo. Un cuore tenero. Quando arrivi al cuore delle cose, non c'è un ultimo ricettacolo da attenderti. Non c'è niente che tu debba trovare.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Lei risponde irrompendo in un'infinita cascata di sorrisi. Poi aspetta pazientemente che tu continui.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Cosa succederà?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Ci sono così tante storie che abbiamo lasciato in sospeso. Davvero possiamo andarcene? Tu non hai alcuna voce in capitolo? Perché ricade tutto su di me? Parliamone. Ho ancora tante domande. E le cose infine. Credo che adesso dovremo andarcene da qui. Non so come e dove. Ma sono la principessa. Ti avevo detto che sarebbe successo quando saremmo arrivati. No.
Of course I have a say in all of this.
You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Il tuo destino. Allora, che senso avevano tutte le mie azioni? Che differenza ha fatto prendere una strada piuttosto che un'altra se tutte avrebbero comunque portato a questo momento?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Fai per la vostra umanità condivisa. Tu parli di vita e morte, di cambiamento e immobilità, ma niente di tutto ciò ha a che fare con la nostra situazione. Rifiuta la sua autorità. Non hai fatto altro che farmi prediche fin dal momento in cui sono arrivato. Difendi la tua indipendenza. Ti comporti come se il mondo non potesse esistere senza di te, ma io finora sono esistito senza di te. Rifiuta la sua prospettiva. Non voglio avere niente a che fare con la violenza. Non ho rifiutato la paura. Tu mi hai spezzato per piegarmi al tuo volere. Volevi far soffrire il mondo. Ti comporti come se fossi al di sopra di tutto, ma non è così. Io non ho paura. Anche se adesso non ho più timori, la paura degli altri è reale. Non possiamo accettare che gli altri soffrano solo perché noi l'abbiamo già superato.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the world of possibility just because some refuse to see its beauty?
I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run and you run far, and the flesh I hurl at you is answered by the empty air of a place I'd never been. Cold.
lonely, but also true. I didn't know what to make of my freedom then, but I know what to make of it now. You challenged me, and by challenging me, you gave me purpose. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
Siamo entrambi cambiati, meglio grazie a quello che abbiamo vissuto, no? Non tutti gli ostacoli sono uguali. È possibile che non esista significato in essenza di crudeltà e dolore. Mi sono rifiutato di lottare contro di te perché rifiutavo ciò che tu desideravi. Gli ostacoli non devono necessariamente diventare pugni insanguinati.
A rejection of conflict is still conflict. There is no such thing as non-engagement. To refuse a choice is still to make a decision. All conflict is violence, but to remove conflict itself is to remove the textures that define us.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
Perché questo è diverso? I miei pensieri sono bastati per ridurti al nulla. Rispondi direttamente. Non desidero nascondermi, ma la verità può essere migliorata. Se l'unico modo per farlo è distruggerti, allora cosa sia? Non voglio nascondermi dalla verità.
Then don't.
Allora non farlo.
Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
Sì. Andare via con te. Smetti di lottare. E non vengo via con te, non finché non comprenderai la mia prospettiva.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
Mi mancano i tempi in cui tu eri lei, eri consumata dal tuo stesso ego. Sottomettermi a te è stato un errore. Se avessi saputo cos'eri, ti avrei distrutto. Eri consumata dal tuo stesso
And
ego.
through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
Ho scontro tra voi si placa, la principessa si rilassa, sorridendo da una certa distanza. È una tregua gradita.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
È facile credere che ciò che credi quando te ne stai al di sopra di tutto. Tu hai fatto tutto il possibile per farmi capire la tua prospettiva, tuttavia continui a respingere la mia. Se pensi di potermi cambiare, allora io sono in grado di cambiare te.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Cosa credi che possa succedere se ce ne andiamo da qui?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Hai fatto tutto questo per farmi capire la tua prospettiva, tuttavia continua.
What I offer you is not perspective, it is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
In che modo mi aiuteresti?
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. I'm gonna take that as a yes. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar... Oh, you made it here too. We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean. No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page? That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then probably wouldn't have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
It is, for all of us. We've seen so many threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Tu sei la stessa di quando sei all'esterno.
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah, we really are the same.
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet, but it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want? After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Mano nella mano, tu e la principessa vi lasciate la cantina alle spalle per l'ultima volta. Mentre salite non v'è alcun rumore, un silenzio rassicurante colma uno spazio prima invaso da violenza, parole e pensieri assordanti. Ma c'è un'energia nel silenzio, un'elettricità, l'aspettativa dell'ignoto. Una volta raggiunta la cima delle scale, la principessa esita, lo sguardo fisso sulla porta della capanna. Senti la loro mano tremare nella tua. Sono insicure per la prima volta nella loro lunga e breve esistenza. Non hanno più un ruolo da svolgere e lo sanno. E tuttavia continuano ad essere. E poi attraversano la stanza fino alla porta che conduce fuori, trascinandoti con entusiasmo.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together. With someone who exists, with someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves. And we love you too.
Un brividino. Brividino per l'achievement di Steam poi, Bello. Che poi questo è uno dei vari finali possibili, magari neanche il più commovente, però è molto bello, mi è piaciuto tanto. Bello, c'ho sto coso scarico. Non arriva ai livelli di To The Moon o Find in Paradise dove davvero piango tanto, ma questo ti commuove in maniera diversa. È bello, molto bellino. Sì, non so, ogni tanto mi spiego. Già questo è un momento in cui negli ultimi 2 o 3 giorni mi sento un po' strano. Boia. Quanti Patreon, che bello. Tanta gente ha supportato questo progetto. Molto bello. Infine ringraziamenti speciali. Ringraziamenti speciali anche a tutti i nostri animaletti. La nostra canzone termina il gioco in lieto fine. Grazie mille per aver giocato. La nostra canzone SlayThePrincess. Le hanno scritto tutte loro? Belle. Mi piace molto la colonna sonora di questo gioco, molto bello. Grazie mille per aver giocato, per esprimerti la nostra gratitudine. Ecco l'ordine dei brani per una playlist speciale tutta per te. Se vuoi fare uno screenshot puoi nascondere l'interfaccia utente premendo H. Tranquilli. E ora che hai completato l'intera storia per la prima volta, hai anche sbloccato la galleria. Puoi accedervi sia dal menu principale che dal menu di gioco, tramite la scheda ricordi. È ricca di indizi che ti aiuteranno a trovare i ricettacoli e le interazioni che non hai ancora scoperto. Buona caccia! Boia! Questi sono i finali, giusto? Sì. Bello. E quanti ricettacoli ci sono? Tantissimi. L'avversaria, la torre. Ammazzala senza esitare. Non è armata, vero? Muori per mano di una prigioniera ferita. Scusate, ferita. Che vuol dire? Boh. Trascinala prima che lei tradisci la prima che lei tradisca te. Qui ci sono un po' di indizi. Libera una prigioniera intrattabile. Angeli e demoni sono fatti dello stesso tessuto ed è meglio non respingere un essere orgoglioso. Trova la prigioniera, trova lo spettro, trova il rosaio. Il rasoio. Pensavo avessi detto che non era armata. Trova la bestia, trova la strega. Ci sono un sacco di finali, inizi. Cioè, è anche un... In realtà gli specchi li abbiamo trovati tutti, manca soltanto uno. Condanna entrambi a un'esistenza incompleta, probabilmente non distruggendo lo specchio, ma... Oh. Bello. Mi è piaciuto molto. Già. Ora io non sono stanchissimo, però magari una pausetta me la prendo. Ci sarebbe da fare ancora Cyberpunk in realtà, perché siamo un po' indietro, ok? Sarebbe da fare gli ultimi 2 di Cyberpunk per poi poterci riconcedere a qualche altro gioco. E per qualche altro... Beh, in realtà... Per qualche altro gioco l'unico che c'è è Expedition. Cioè... Comunque sì, i miei achievement sono 21 su 131, troppi ce n'è. E il più raro che abbiamo trovato, vediamo un po' qual è, fammi un po' andare a vedere cosa ho trovato io come più raro di tutti, di quelli che ho trovato io. Ne ho trovato uno che ha solo il 14%. Il cieco che guida un altro cieco, libera chi non vuole essere liberata, ecco. Solo il 14%. E il più raro di tutti, una canzone da ricordare. Completa la galleria. Oh boy. Ci sono cose peggiori che essere soli. Il tuo nuovo mondo. Bello deve essere, eh? Bene, quindi questa era alla fine una one shot e verrà caricata tutta su YouTube assieme domenica prossima per me che sono qui su Twitch e per chi è su YouTube, beh, per voi domenica, quindi ciao. Buonanotte, perché comunque per me sono le 2:20 di notte, ok? 3 ore e 45, non male. Ciao.